disease. And so she went from being an athlete, probably being a star athlete, which she'll never admit. She's one of the most natural athletes I've ever seen come into one of our gyms. She went from that capacity to being bedridden for almost her whole high school career until she was able to come out, get a little better, and find adaptive sports with us. I had bone cancer in both my legs when I was a kid. So any freshmen in here? First of all, before I start this, anybody here last semester? Because if you were here last semester, you need to shut your mouth and not give everything away. Fair? Good? All right. So I was diagnosed first in my right leg and then in my left. You can see my legs are different shapes, right? And then people ask, well, I've had 28 knee replacements and revisions since I was that time. See, I'm all metal and plastic. Listen. Nobody else can do that, can they? Go ahead, try it. See if your knees make that noise. No, because you're not metal and plastic. So I started this organization because I was sidelined from sports. I might have been a 3-sport athlete in high school, but in middle school I was suddenly sidelined, went from being able-bodied to having an ambulatory disability. And it wasn't until I was 30 that I found this new way to play. And I thought, well, that's pretty dumb that I don't get to play with my friends and family like everybody else does, so I had to find a way for us to play together, so that's what we're doing today. That? All right, so question for you is, what does all this stuff in front of us have in common? Don't give it away if you were here. Go ahead, I know it's really early, but you guys made it to high school, right? All this stuff in front. What makes it the same? In common. Go. It's all athletics, it's all sports equipment, right? And we already kind of gave this away. If I take these Giannis shoes and put them here, what makes these two things the same? What makes these two things the same? They're all, nope. One thing that makes them the same. They both what? They do help someone play. And if I say, what are these? What's the word you might use for these? Shoes. So to me, these are both just a pair of shoes. I don't wear shoes like this to play sports anymore. I wear these kind of shoes. And these shoes would allow me to play wheelchair basketball, wheelchair football, wheelchair lacrosse, wheelchair softball, and even wheelchair tennis. Now, did I say disabled basketball? Did I say disabled lacrosse? No, what did I say? Wheelchair, and a different pair of what? Shoes. So let's test that idea, right? Because anybody play soccer or football or baseball? Raise your hands. What do you put on your feet when you play baseball? Cleats, which is a different pair of what? Shoes, right? Anybody ski or snowboard? What do you put on your feet when you ski and snowboard? Boots, right? Different pair of what? Shoes. So that's the way I want you to see this today is that lens. These are just a different pair of shoes. And this allows everybody to play in the same way. Whereas Mark can't stand, Sydney can't run, I can't run, Marco can walk, but he can't necessarily run either. These are shoes we can all run in together. Sound good? All right, last question for you guys. If I say the word ability, what does that mean to you? Anybody got a guess? What does the word ability mean? You all have it. What do you think? That's right. Ability just means the proficiency to do something well. So let's test that one. Anybody good at football? Raise your hand. Don't be shy if you think you're good at it. There, we got one. All right, are you guys football players? So you all think you're bad?
We gotta get to a new school.
Yeah, you gotta do something different.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm out. Anybody good at basketball?
Running back.
Anybody think they're good at baseball? Man, high schoolers are bad at stuff. The greater schoolers are all like, I'm the best. What about reading? Can you all read? We can't even all read. All right, this whole thing is not working out. Last question. Anybody tired of me talking? Damn it. Can't get anything out of you guys. All right, you guys can split them up. Just let them know where we're going. Today, you guys are going to participate in wheelchair basketball. You're going to do some sitting volleyball.